Hey TWC family, listen, I'm here with an incredible individual, Byron Hatch. He is a leader in our church. He and his family are really near and dear to our heart, and many of you know Byron and know his beautiful wife and their children. But I wanted to take a moment and to just pick his brain to hear his story, and I wanted you to hear a story about a number of exciting things that I believe maybe the worship center's played a role in. So Byron, let's start with this. Like, why do you love the worship center?
Well, first of all, Bishop, it begins with the people, and it begins with you and your wife, you and Dr. Tithe.
Wow.
Leaders set the tone, and I tell you, you all have set a tremendous tone for the whole congregation. I tell you, from the first time we walked in the worship center, we felt the love, we felt the enthusiasm and the love of God. So it begins right there at the worship center as well. And one of the things that we love about the worship center, we don't relegate church just to Sundays within the four walls of the Bessemer, Derby, Anniston, or on the video screen for the online campus.
Right.
We take the church out in the community.
That's good.
We practice what we preach. We practice what you preach, and you set that tone as well. So that's amazing. And so we feel very blessed and fortunate to have found the worship center and for the worship center to be a part of our lives.
Incredible. All right, so let's get a little bit more personal. You have been a part of this ministry for some time. You are a tremendous leader in our church family. Let's talk about maybe how the ministry specifically has impacted you, or maybe your wife or your children. What are some of the takeaways in terms of personal impact that the worship center has had on you and your family?
Absolutely, Bishop. I tell you, be here all day if I can tell you how the worship center has blessed me and my family.
Yeah.
I look at it in these areas. We have tremendously been blessed in our faith, in our family unit, with finances and fitness.
Wow.
And I could spend all day on each one of those particular topics, but I'll talk about specifically finances.
Sure.
I tell you, when I came to Worship Center, we were regular givers, but we weren't regular tithers.
Wow.
And how I make the difference there is that you preached a lesson early on in our tenure here about financing, the importance of budgeting, the importance of tithing. And we also went through a Money Life small group here as well. And after hearing you preach that sermon and going through the small group, we switched our focus. Before, we would give, but we wouldn't give out of our first fruits. And we didn't give from our gross either.
Okay.
So we began, every time we got paid, that the first thing that we spent money on, that we gave to, was tithes. We gave our 10%, and we went to gross. And I will tell you, we have been tremendously blessed ever since. Not only financially, but in opportunities, such as the opportunity that I have now. Our kids, and we talk to them, and anytime they get an allowance or get money or gifts, we tell them, set aside the first fruits that we're going to give to God.
Train them up.
We're training them up.
That's
so
it.
when they're old, they won't depart from it.
That's so good, man. So let's talk about this opportunity. I am so proud of you and what God has been doing in your life. I'm also kind of sad because this opportunity means that you're going to be transitioning from Birmingham to Dallas. You have been doing incredible work with the SEC and the NCAA for some time. A lot of people got excited when they heard about the NCAA tournament coming back to Birmingham, and a lot of people didn't really know that you had a big role and you played a significant role in what the arena needed to do in terms of changing the Legacy Arena so that we could bring the NCAA tournament back to Birmingham. So you have been an incredible leader behind the scenes, but now this new role, you are now the Chief Operating Officer of the College Football Playoff. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
And so you are going to be moving to Dallas with your family for this incredible position. I mean, like a brother over the College Football Playoffs. That's incredible. So how has the Worship Center made a difference or any kind of impact career-wise? I mean, I have seen you just take the next step, and God opened door after door after door, and I've been behind the scenes cheering you on. How has the Worship Center played an impact in that?
Again, Bishop, we will have to put a couple of chairs down here. We could talk for days on this. But I will tell you, in my life, in my professional career, when I think about the most challenging experiences that I've had, it may be the same for other people as well. It's with managing people.
Wow.
With managing people. And when you find people who are good at managing people, they tend to get good opportunities. And I will tell you, the worship center has really reinforced how we are supposed to be a light in whatever realm we're in, whether that's in home, in the community, in your neighborhood, in school, and in your career, and how we are supposed to display the love of God, the love of Christ. You know, bugs are attracted to light.
Yeah.
We are supposed to let our light shine.
Come on.
So there are times that bugs are attracted to me.
Right.
And so I have to remember to show them the compassion of Jesus and the love of Christ and how I deal with it. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't correct it, but I do it with compassion, empathy, and love. So I think the worship center has blessed us and has been an impact on me in a multitude of ways. But one of the things is to always operate in love, because we are always representing Christ in whatever we do. And there are so many people that I deal with that you have no clue of their background, their experience, what they've been exposed to, their beliefs. But I am supposed to allow the love of God to display in however I interact with them. And I try to do that at all times.
Man, that's incredible. Well, listen, I want you to know that I love you and I'm so proud of you. And even though you guys are going to be transitioning to Dallas, we know that you are taking the worship center with you. And that, just as you said, you will continue, you, your wife, your beautiful children will continue to be salt and light in every place that God is going to take you. And this is just the beginning. And so from me to you, from your church family to your family, know that we love you. We're going to miss you. Now, I got a really big, important question to ask as we close. Can a brother get a hookup on some game tickets? Well, family, listen, it was a joy for me to be able to just let you hear from Byron about the impact that TWC has had in his life and his career, but then also for you to see this incredible leader who's been a blessing to our church. And so I want to ask you to pray for he and his family as they make this transition to Dallas, as he steps into this incredible new role as COO of the college football playoffs. And when y'all are watching Alabama and your favorite teams in the playoffs, you will know that it is this guy from our own church family that's been making it happen. So family, pray for him, cover he and his family, and we'll talk soon. Take care.